Hey everyone, and welcome to Indie Corner, the place where you can get all your Nintendo indie news all within 5 minutes. That's right, you get all this awesome indie news in less time than it would take you to localize Fatal Frame 5. Don't give up, guys. Now, I do apologize, I know I'm completely late with this week's episode, but I was really busy over the weekend getting a cat who's being very camera shy right now, doesn't want to come up here. Anyways, let's get on with some news, starting off with last week's eShop releases. Releasing across both North America and Europe, we saw the release of The Swapper for Wii U. The Swapper is an award-winning narrative-driven puzzle game set in the furthest reaches of space. Next in North America, we saw the release of Sports Ball on the Wii U. This sports game combines elements of soccer, jousting, and flying birds in a chaotic mess of competitive fun. Finally, the 3DS saw the release of Football Up Online in Europe. This game offers the fun of football, or soccer for the North American audience, on the go. This version now includes an online mode letting you play with any of your friends from around the world. You can also play with any of the Miis saved on your 3DS. It's so nice to finally be able to take some time saying the news this week. Next up is development updates. Slightly Mad Studios announced that Project Cars will be getting some Go-Karts to race in. The two forms of kart racing will include 125cc and the more powerful 250cc superkarts, which offers speeds up to 160 miles per hour. Yacht Club Games surprised many by announcing that Shovel Knight is getting some new free content in 2015. The game will receive some new modes, including a challenge mode, which will test your platforming skills, as well as a battle mode letting you fight it out in a 4-player brawl. New playable characters will also be coming with their own movements, relics, storylines, and music. Finally, Atlus announced that Citizens of Earth will be delayed once again, releasing this time on January 20th of next year instead of this month. Now let's take a look at some new project announcements, or at least these are projects I only discovered last week. First up is Audion Chronicles, which is a Wii U eShop game launching in North America. This card-based game has you recruiting heroes and assembling different teams to take on strategic challenges. Each card has its own unique color and cost, which the player must manage due to the restrictions in place on overall team cost or color agencies. The game will offer 100 unique cards on launch, 1080p resolution, and support off-TV play and built-in Miiverse support. Announced for Q4 2015, Darkflex is coming to the Wii U. The game is very early on in its development, but appears to be a futuristic shoot-'em-up based on release screenshots. Also announced by the same developers, Zombie Pinball is heading to the Wii U in Q2 of next year. The game will feature 7 different tables spread across 30 worlds, all themed with the undead. Next we have Renegade Kid teasing a release of Moon Chronicles for the Wii U. The developers sought support for a potential Kickstarter project to fund the game via Twitter. So far, the tweet has been retweeted over 500 times and has nearly as many favorites. And last one on our list today is Elliotts Quest, which sets players on the mysterious island of Urali in search of an ancient demon to lift the curse of his immortality. This 8-bit adventure RPG will boast 3 different endings based on your decisions, as well as 5 dungeons, 16 bosses to defeat, and plenty more secrets to uncover. In the world of Kickstarters, Animal Gods got successfully funded, so congratulations to you guys. As for a new project to check out, we have Lizard, which is aiming to release on the NES. The game is a platforming adventure about free exploration whilst wearing a lizard. The game has already raised well over 3/4 of its required funding with lots of time left to go. Now, if you're wondering what the Enthusiast crew was up to last week, check out these reviews. Jonathan had a frustrating time reviewing Cosmophony due to its ridiculous difficulty curve. Regardless, the game was well received for its visuals, audio, and tight and fun gameplay mechanics. Meanwhile, Kyle got his hands on Pier Solar and shared his thoughts on the game. He found the game offered a traditional JRPG experience with some fun management systems, but suffered from a clumsy interface and tedious random battles plus long animations. I, on the other hand, reviewed The Swapper and had a great time with it. I found the game offered fun and challenging puzzles with an overall intriguing storyline to maintain your attention. The only downside was the unexciting visuals and audio. While we were all busy with reviews, Sean was out conducting interviews with Dead Pixel and John Lester, better known as Gamester81. Dead Pixel shared some progress updates on their game Sync, which is aiming to be a polished first-person adventure game. The second developer is John Lester, working on Sydney Hunter, who not only works on retro games, but also releases new NES and SNES cards. He discusses progress on his latest title, as well as mentions several new titles in development, such as Tiny Knight and Justice Beaver. And that's it, you're all caught up on your Nintendo Indie News for November 10th, 2014. Thanks for joining me, as always, and if you have any indie news of your own that you'd like to share or see on the show, make sure to send it on Twitter at IndieCorner_NE, or you can tweet it to me personally at Jason_Lapine. All that information is found here or in the links below. Now, I'll see you guys next week, and we will be back, or at least I'll be back, at my regular time when the show usually launches. So I'll see you guys next week, and until then, keep on playing indie.